Hello, civil engineers. Myself is Nishant Goswami. I am the director of Reinforce Group and corporate trainer for you all civil engineers. I welcome to you all civil engineers to the Reinforce Digital platform. As you are able to see on the screen behind me today, we are going to talk about the challenges for our civil engineers. But before starting this session, I would like to define what do you mean by the civil engineers exactly. So civil engineer is a profession which deals with the construction, planning, designing, executions of a naturally or artificially projects. As we know, our country development depends upon the infrastructure projects, and that infrastructure project consists of highway, tunnel, road, bridge, and all, which are directly in public use. Being a civil engineer, we are imparting our role for the development of that particular infrastructure projects by executions, controlling, mentoring, and designing plan for that particular projects. Indeed, we can say we are a proud civil engineers that we impart our role for the development of our nation. But at the same time, there is a myth among some peoples. Nowadays, some people are saying the misconceptual spreading message among the people around us that civil engineering stream is now no more remain that much worthful for the students who are looking their career in the civil engineering streams. For them, on that very time, by seeing these all things, we feel guilt and ashamed on that very time that whether did we select the right civil engineering streams or not. Did we mistake? Did we do the selections of the engineering streams in the right way or wrong way? On that very time, we feel guilt like that. So you engineers, you civil engineers, you don't need to worry about that. You have to upgrade your skills. You have to interact with your professional trainings. You have to interact with your professional skilled knowledge. Then nothing to worry about that. Just upgrade your practical skills. Now we are going to see the challenges of a civil engineers from the college academic education's life to the professional life. We will see what are the challenges nowadays civil engineers are facing. So the first challenges in our college time, being a pressure of a semester exam, assignments, there are lots of things which has been imposed on us. We have to clear, then only we are eligible to get the degree. And achievement of the degree is at the same time very important, because for appearing for any placement or for getting job in the government sector or in the private sector, that degree is an essential credentials which you should require. So degree is very important. At the same time, with the degree you have to maintain your practical skills also. You have to develop your practical skills, exposure to the construction demands, what are the construction demand are asking. So that's in the college time, in the academic situation, that's all of the responsibility goes to the college administrations, college faculties. But I am not blaming to any college faculty or university or any administrations, because the college has to follow the guidelines issued by the AICTE, which have been followed for many decades. So they are just following their guidelines of the AICTE. So, but at the same time, I would like to say that in the interview, nobody is going to ask you the stress formula, or the strength formula, or the torque formula, or anything related to the theoretical concepts. The interviewer will be asked in the construction industry related to the estimations and costing, related to the drawings only. As we know, being a civil engineer in our college time, as you are pursuing your BTech or diploma in your college time, we are totally unaware about the drawings. Even though we are we are not in habituate to read the drawings also, that feels ashamed on that very time. Even though in the college time, in the college there are lots of colleges who develop their placement cell separately from the administration level, so that placement cells are not working up to their mark. What is the reason behind that? If you will clear all the semester exam, if you will clear all the papers, assignment, all the things with distinction, even though you don't have that rights that you can arise any questions regarding the placement, if you will go and ask, sir, what about the placement? Because we have cleared, now we are going into the final year, we have cleared all the things, still the companies are not coming in our colleges. What's the reason behind that? The placement sales will say and shut down their doors by blaming the construction industry, that they are not a job vacancies nowadays, they are not a projects now in the industry. So the construction companies are not taking interest to come. in our college, they are just shut down their doors by blaming this on the construction industry. But the situation is different. See, as a experienced civil engineer, the civil engineers are totally in the college time, in the academy time, the civil engineers, those who are pursuing their BTech or diploma, they are totally unfamiliar about the current scenario as far as the construction demand. They don't know what's the development going on in the construction industry as per its current situation, as per as the current scenario. So these all responsibility, at least these all are the things related to the college. So college administration, instead of placement cell, they should develop a counseling cell. In my concern, if someone will ask me, I will suggest them, instead of placement cell, at least you should develop a counseling cell. So what will happen after the development of counseling cell? The counselor will develop their job vacancies awareness. The counselor will impart the knowledge regarding the practical skills. The counselor will do the knowledge. The counselor will impart the knowledge imparting regarding that there are lots of civil engineering department in the construction, internal civil departments are there, like planning department is there, land surveying department is there, testing department is there. So the counselor responsibility will be to develop the awareness about the internal civil department which are imparting at the construction industry. If a civil engineer, if a pursuing civil engineer will understand that in the construction industry also there are lots of internal departments, on that very time they won't face any problem, because on that very time they have all the idea to select which department they are seeking for. So on that very time they can achieve, because on that very time the path is in front of us. See, many civil engineers, those who are pursuing, the students, those who are pursuing their BTech or diploma, they are just unfamiliar about after the BTech, they don't know what is going to be. So these are the situations of our civil engineer, those who are pursuing in the college time. Now we will see about the engineers, those who got the degree, and they will be treated as a fresher or beginners. Why we are saying beginner or fresher? Because recently they got the degree from the college, so they will be termed as a fresher and beginner. So there is a scenario for the fresher or beginners that they are not getting job, because even though they are holding a degree also, they are not all capable to get a job, because the thing is that lackness of the skills, lackness of awareness, lackness of knowledge regarding the vacancies, lackness of the things which is the construction demanding. So we will sort out, we will see what is the current situation for the freshers and the beginners, how they can overcome of this situation. So generally what is happening, they should have to interact with the professional trainers, they should have to interact with the professional engineers, those who are having the experience. Then only they will come to know what is the construction demand, what is the company's demand. Even though many freshers and beginners are just hiding, they are just avoid to meet with the professional engineers because of the same, you can say they are not ready to face the professional experience candidate, as they don't have the lackness, as they have the lackness of the knowledge. So on that very time, you should meet a professional civil engineers, you should choose a professional training institute, you should upgrade your professional skills by selecting the proper institute or by selecting the proper professional trainers. Now I will talk about the modified skilled engineers. So who will say to me this is a modified skilled engineers, moderately skilled engineers? So what is moderately skilled engineers or modified skilled engineers? So the engineers, those who are having the experience 1 or 2 or 3 years, generally they will term as a modified or moderately skilled engineers. So what do you mean by this moderately skilled engineers? I would like to tell, see, moderately skilled engineers are generally related to the engineers, those who are having the experience, but they are not capable, they are not getting opportunity to upgrade their professional skills. As we are running our institute for 7 years, so we interact lots of civil engineers coming to our institute across the country. So they are just blaming on their self that we are not getting that much opportunity to upgrade our professional skills at job place, because at the job place there are different departments. As us being a site engineer, we are handling only the site, we are just handling the executions part and maintaining the daily progress report, that's it. But we are keen to upgrade, but we don't get, either we are not getting the time or we are not getting the that much opportunity to upgrade our skills. So how we will develop? So for them, for the moderately skilled engineers, they are moderately skilled, means partially skilled they are, but at the same time they are not expert in that they want to be. So generally the moderately skilled engineers are want to upgrade, but they are not able to upgrade. Many, if you will talk about the site, at the site place, if you will see at the site location, so there are lots of civil engineers related to the, there are various departments like planning engineer is will be there, bar bending schedule engineer will be there, quantity surveyor will be there, site engineer will be there. But that being a site engineer, we want to upgrade our professional skills, but we are not going to get the opportunity as there are separate respective engineers for the respective works. So for them, once again, I would like to suggest for that partially skilled engineers should come, should lead from front, should come, and they have to make awareness among themselves only that you have to improve your practical skills. Then only you are all capable to upgrade your desirable jobs. Now I'm going to talk about the well experienced candidates, means those who are having the 5, 7, 8, 10-year experience, but for them also there is a fault. What is the fault I'm talking about? Let's see. For example, I like to take here, I'm a Nishant Goswami, suppose I'm working as a land surveyor for a company for last 10 years. But being a land surveyor, I want to switch my job into the other stream. Means I want to switch my job to the planning department. So working experience all about 10 years, but after having the working experience of the 10 years, I'm not capable to enter into that planning field because I did all about the surveying works. I did all about the surveying related to the roads or building projects only. But I want to switch my job profile into the planning sector. For that, we required a skill related to the planning, scheduling, estimation, costing, budgeting, all the things. But that we don't know. So on that very time, again, you will face the problem. So even the well experienced candidate, those who are having the experience in that particular profile, if they want to upgrade their skills into the other sector of a construction department, again, they have to upgrade their skills according to the market demand, according to the construction demand. So what I mean to say, being an experienced candidate also, we have to update our skills at the regular interval. If you want to maintain the pace of your job profile, if you want to maintain your upgradation skills with aspects to the construction demand, then you have to develop a skills in yourself with a regular interval. So at last, nevertheless, I will say a civil engineer is a proud civil engineer because we are imparting our role for the development of the country. As I said in the very initial time, that our country development depends upon the infrastructure project, and that infrastructure project is going to be handled by us civil engineers only, like designing, planning and all. There are lots of sectors in the civil engineering which we have to know. And one more thing I would like to say about the freshers candidates, that nowadays there are lots of consultants companies are available in the metropolitan cities. So being a fresher, being a frustrated civil engineer, many civil engineers are getting frauded by them. So we have to avoid that situation. What happening the current scenario, being a frustrated, if we are not getting a job, we are uploading the resume CV on the .com or on the Indeed. So the many job fraudulent consultants are just buying the data from the .com or websites, and from thereafter they are just sending the job opportunities mail to the randomly basis on the different candidates. And the candidates, those who are already frustrated because they don't have that job, so they are just got stuck with that opportunity. So they went for that, they are just going for that opportunity, and they indulge by giving some amount, and later at the end what will happen? They just made a fraud into that particular candidates. And on that very time, again we got frustrated and depressed, even though we feel ashamed that we can't see the situation to our parents also, that we got a fraud with that consultant. So we lost money on that very time. And one more thing I would like to say to all civil engineers, beginners, freshers, that if you are getting a job with the help of your interrelations, like if suppose if your brother is working in that particular company, and with the help of your, with the reference of your brother, you are going to be get a job. But the survival of your job profile is going to be a very typical task. If you want to maintain a job profile over there for a long term, then again you have to upgrade your professional skills. At the regular interval, you have to develop your professional skills, practical skills, rather than you are getting a job with the reference of your brother. See, a company is not going to tolerate. Company is not going to tolerate. Company is not going to compromise with your skills. You have to develop the skills. So at last, I will say, just stand on your feet. Try to stand on your feet. Don't depend upon the consultant or fraudulent or anybody. Try to improve your knowledge. Try to improve your practical skills. Try to take a better counseling, have a better counseling, have a skilled knowledge, and then give reinforcement to your career. Thanks for all your patience for watching my video. If you like my video, please like, subscribe, and share among fellow civil engineers. Thank you once again.